No.
Today,
I don't remember it though.
I liked everything except the actual gameplay. Gameplay fucking sucked.
What's left in it?
And you can find
They've
out
got
Wait, that was the
something
game
there,
that you
I
didn't
think.
finish. You didn't finish that game.
I finished Hellblade. I finished that on stream. What are you talking about?
Brand new behind the scenes
Okay.
development diary.
I thought you messaged me saying that you gave up after a few hours.
What the fuck are you talking about? I very rarely start
I thought
and
you
don't
said the
finish a
puzzles.
game.
I thought you said the puzzles were so boring that you just stopped.
No, the puzzles are super boring, but I did finish it.
Okay.
Like they should have just made a movie out of the game. The game was fucking terrible. With gameplay.
And we're incredibly thankful to all of the fans.
Well,
that have
hopefully
been
this
part
one's
of
better.
Senua's story so far. And we're excited
So
for
you
you
said
to
the
be part
puzzles were
of
so
our
boring.
development journey from here on out.
We'll pass.
Double Fine, baby. Psychonauts 2.
What? Peter? Peter, he's been sitting there the whole time?
Hey, Jablinski Games. Fuck yeah.
Peter. Oh, Peter. Fantastic work. Love the song. Very much. It's gonna be fun to sing it. Now it's time to...
Probably been a long time since we've had a visitor. I hope you don't mind pop-ins.
You like what you say?
Well, I'm pretty fucking excited.
Where are we?
It's a quiet place.
You're gonna have to buy an Xbox for this.
I mean, that's fine. I'd buy an Xbox for Psychonauts.
There you go, yeah.
Neither skin nor bone. Just a thought is all I've got. Now my covers blow.
That beard is disgusting.
At the bottom of
It's a
Dude, leave
Jablinski
him
beard.
alone.
Fucking gross.
I love Jack Black.
When my friends pulled me back up, I started healing. Now I can feel out the galaxy.
I would have liked to see gameplay.
This looks like Balan Wonderworld to me.
Senses are the magic keys. They fill the holes
There's a little bit of gameplay.
A little bit. A little bit.
which I never.
If you had bet me that was gameplay for Psychonauts 2 in this, like, what do you call it, conference, I would have given it to you there.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But it's gameplay enough for me, I think.
Quite generous.
That is very generous. Thanks to resub Slappy. Looks good to me. Would have liked to see more, but I do love Psychonauts.
What do you think of the logo?
It's fine, I guess. I don't. No strong opinions.
That's your take from that, Jackson? The logo is good.
We
Thanks
can't
for
wait
resub
for you to
enough.
experience the amazing games built by Xbox Game Studios. And there is just so much more for you to play on Xbox. We are partnering with thousands of creators, from the largest publishers to the smallest independent developers, to bring you the broadest variety of games ever. There is one developer in particular
That's a lot
that
of
is
hand
close to
movement.
us, not just geographically, but in
Sign
history
language.
too.
She's
I'm
rendered
thrilled to
in
announce
engine on the
this fall,
Xbox.
Our friends at Bungie will bring Destiny 2
Oh,
to
Destiny!
Xbox
What?
Series X and Xbox Game Pass. If you are one
I already
of the
know
more
that.
than 10 million Game Pass subscribers, you also get access
Another
to
Destiny
all
letdown.
current Destiny 2 expansions starting this September. For Game Pass Ultimate members, Destiny 2 will also be playable on mobile from the cloud.
Oh, on mobile.
Later this year, Bungie will also release a new version of Destiny 2 that is optimized for Xbox Series X.
Perfect.
4K
Destiny
resolution,
free.
running
Why
60
is she talking to me
frames
like I'm a child?
Here's an all-new look at Bungie's
Because she knows the only
Destiny
people
2
playing
Beyond
Destiny
Light.
are kids. The only ones that can tolerate the same fucking tedious grind time and time again.
Oh my god, shut up.
Why are they showing?
Terrible.
Yes! New gameplay.
Ah,
That
new
was me
strike.
again.
Is this Gambit in PvE again?
It's time to step beyond the light.
We've moved contact to the tower now.
Yeah, now you can do contact at the tower.
Yeah! Hey, that looks cool. Fuck you.
I can't wait for the missions that you get to do with that.
So is darkness like frosted? It looks like kind of like
Yeah,
crystally
yeah, it's
frost.
frost.
Yeah, it's for us. That's why they're going to the ice moon. It makes thematic
Thematic.
I'm excited for that. That looks cool.
It does look cool. Everything in Destiny looks great, Jackson. The problem is the actual fucking gameplay or the missions and shit that they make you grind for gear is
Problem with
insufferable.
you. I'm fine with it.
Destiny 2 that you can play any way you want.
I
I didn't bully you
Xbox
for Psychonauts, even though it looked objectively shit.
Whoa, that's weird, Jake.
Whoa, that's-
Well,
Yeah,
Jackson's
that's
lashing
How
out
do you
now.
like the logo?
I love the logo.
Xbox Series X will empower both new and experienced creators to bring the future of games to life like never before. Unique perspectives,
There's the resub, Lazy.
unexpected innovations, and fresh voices that demand to be heard and that we can't wait for you to discover. All of the games you're about to see
Thanks for 5 subs,
are being
Ghost.
built to launch exclusively on Xbox consoles. Thanks and enjoy.
No, thank you.
World premiere.
Thanks for the Prime symbol. And Jonto.
Game mode.
Pretty cool name. Pripyat.
Modern Warfare 2.
I was gonna say Modern Warfare. That looked reminds me of Modern Warfare 2.
Is this a new Stalker game?
Might be, yeah.
Thanks for the Prime Puff
I'll
and
take
War.
Stalker 2.
I never played Stalker, I just know about it. Give
It's a
some
fun
Jake.
game.
One of my friends was obsessed with it.
Yep, it's
Is it?
Yeah.
Is this what Stalker was?
yeah, it's like a horror all out, I guess.
Takes place in Chernobyl, right?
Around it, yeah.
Okay.
Does seem interesting.
It's got a very cool like world and aesthetic.
That looked fucking gross.
That's rude.
That is pretty fucking rude.
Play as
They spent a lot of time on that.
pretty cool over-the-shoulder pose.
Isn't there already 2 Stalkers? Isn't there Stalker Call of something and then Stalker
World
another one?
premiere.
Pripyat, Call of
Uh-huh.
Pripyat.
So why is that one Stalker 2 then? When-
Because they've never put the number 2 on it. So.
Mm.
Console launch exclusive.
That's where they get you. This is Final Fantasy VII Part 2.
God, I'd be hype.
They said they're full working on that now.
I like
it's in full production.
I like the Final Fantasy VII remake. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, so I thought it was too long, but I enjoyed it too.
My Lord Inquisitor, I've reached a term of prime
Oh.
and begun our investigations. My recon swarm squad has been
Warhammer,
sent
yes,
to
please.
level 6 of the hive
Oh, is it?
to determine
Oh, yeah.
the full extent of the unrest. I'll know more.
Is it Vermintide? But shoot.
That'd be cool. It'll probably be like a ARPG though.
That's four players. Yeah, it's Vermintide.
Actually, it's Darktide.
They make it back.
How did you know that?
I think I'm like 5
Yeah,
seconds
he's
ahead of
ahead
you.
of us.
Right.
You really should have just taken the credit, Danny. Like, you could have been like a prophet.
Yeah, you could have blown my mind then. So I think Mass Effect remake is coming up as well as Fable. That's what I'm calling.
I'm excited. Well, I hope Fable's good. I used to love it.
What is this?
These are gamers.
Far ahead of you guys.
They're having fun.
I like the idea that all these videos were captured through the Kinect without them knowing. This is Tetris Effect, by the way, and I fucking love it. It's best game. This could be Tetris Effect 2.
Tetris Effect was cool.
It was fucking incredible.
What did it do differently than
Actually
Tetris?
play with
just-
people's cameras like this.
It's basically Tetris with a fucking awesome soundtrack that actually changes as you play. And if you do better in the game, like, it affects the soundtrack. It's really cool.
Gotcha.
I fucking
It's a
love
battle royale.
it. I'm not interested anymore. That sucks.
There's a resub, Colgate.
God damn it.
Don't act like you
There's
don't
one-
like multiplayer games, Jackson.
Tetris 99 was cool. Tetris Effect is just really good as a single player game, I think. Doesn't need multiplayer.
Well, you don't have to play multiplayer. It says it was optimized for single player too.
But I've already played that!
Ah. Well, then you have no options but to play multiplayer, I suppose.
Yeah. I thought it was a sequel. I was excited.
Hold on, let me check.
There's the Prime Baby Gaming.
Find anything good?
I know
Resub
it's not
Topher.
happening, but I really want Elden Ring.
You're not gonna believe this.
Yeah, I'd
Why
like
is
to
it
see
not
some
happening?
Elden Ring too.
Ouch! What the?
Has it been confirmed? Not happening?
No, but the game doesn't exist.
You want to make another bet?
I'll make that bet.
I mean, George R.R. Martin's attached to it, right?
Yeah. it's
Yeah.
never coming.
Then it'll never get made. I feel confident.
I'd take
I'll
the
take
bet.
that bet.
Do it.
I'll take that.
I'll think about it. It is George R.R. Martin after all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's not
I'll take that.
programming it. He's just hired as a writer, like supervising their law building.
And he sucks at that too. He hasn't written a fucking page in what, 30 years?
He does not suck at world building, you son of a bitch.
He sucks at writing is what I'm saying, Jackson. Like actually like getting it.
He sucks at. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He sucks at writing quickly.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm referring to. He doesn't write. He takes like a 15-year hiatus every time he thinks of a sentence.
He just has to be sure. Bluebird, yes.
Do you reckon Elden Ring will be like Sekiro or Dark Souls combat? If it comes out.
Probably Sekiro.
Yeah, From Software hasn't really been doing like the exact same formula for their Souls games recently, so I imagine it'd be something like more unique like Sekiro.
With a dead girl.
Yeah.
A forest.
Well, Bloodborne was really different too, as well,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Best game ever.
Pines.
God, Bloodborne was good.
And then the gunshot.
This game actually looks good. I showed Connor some screenshots before.
Oh, this is that one?
My story
Yeah.
has two
Yeah, we saw this. It did look good.
a regular, rational
Thanks for resub, Ninja.
Deeper truth,
I don't know.
not unlike a nightmare.
They probably showed it at the Ubisoft conference, but I didn't watch.
See both. Worse. I can live.
Oh, is this the medium one?
Yeah. Maybe Elden Ring will be the final thing shown today. I'm trying to think of what would be a good closer.
A delay to Halo Infinite.
There's two versions of Halo Infinite. They show the better one at the end.
Yeah, they could do like a big surprise. Like what you saw in the beginning was only the pre-alpha
Maybe
footage from 3 years
it will
ago.
be like the VR mode.
I gotta take a piss. Be right back.
You happy with your free PS5, Jackson?
I'm very happy. I was worried that they would actually, you know, do the Microsoft thing and not show anything. This looks cool. I like this.
I hope he makes an Elden Ring bet. I want a free one.
I wonder how the split screen stuff works. If you control both screens at the same time.
I'd say you probably just go in between the worlds, right, as you need to like see stuff.
No, the screenshots were like split in half like that.
Oh.
Yeah, I think they were just showing a comparison.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Oh, were they?
You have to play the game with 2 controls.
This could be co-op, but that would be kind of bad with a horror game, I think. This doesn't look like Sonic to me.
It's
What am
Sonic.
I looking at?
He's blue and running. It's Xenoblade.
Oh.
One of those Japanese titles with Blade in it.
Yeah.
Ugh. Maybe
What have I
Mass
missed?
Effect trilogy is the end. You nothing.
You missed nothing.
Cool.
Showing a Japanese game.
Yeah, this looks like Phantasy Star. Is this Phantasy Star?
I thought it was Xenoblade.
Oh, it's Xenoblade.
You want to make a bet? Bet between
I
us
don't know
and-
anything about Xenoblade, so it could be, but this looks like Phantasy Star.
Go for it, Charlie.
All right, I'll wager my PS5 back.
Hey, no, I'm not betting. I don't know anything about anime. Do it with someone else. Quickly, before the title.
I wagered 1 PS5 on it being Phantasy Star.
Oh, shit.
Someone take it.
I'll take that.
Okay.
Wait, so what do you guys think it is?
It's Xenoblade, fuck it.
It really has to be anything.
No.
I win.
Oh, fuck.
Connor's buying Charlie PS5.
Aha!
Okay, I'll buy him one.
It's a net neutral then.
You buy Charlie one and he has to send it to me.
Yeah.
Fuck. We'll just cut out the middleman. I'll just give it to you, Jackson.
No, it's fine. Now I hold up my bets. I'll get Jackson.
That wasn't a real bet.
Yeah. Oh, is that Remedy? I wasn't paying attention. It looked like
Yeah.
Remedy.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, oh, it's Crossfire X campaign.
Oh, I love Remedy.
Me too. Did you play the game before the last one that they did?
Quantum Break.
Yeah.
Nope. I say I love Remedy, but I
Love
just
them so much.
I just really love Alan Wake. So
We protect our own.
And Control. I fucking love Control.
Control was
I
fine.
think Control's really good.
Yeah, I didn't like it as much as you did, but I thought it was alright.
Oh, fuck, I loved it. Such a cool world.
Thanks for the resub, Unity. Thanks for the over the decade of watching, man. Appreciate it.
This looks cool. from
Oh
like
yeah,
a
and the
Call of
original
Duty
Max Payne,
perspective, I guess.
of course.
Soon, the entire world will burn. All
Like just dumb set piece action. I think this looks cool.
Yeah, it looks good.
Today, you saw 10 world premieres and 22 console launch exclusives. Game Pass members can play every game you have seen today from Xbox Game Studios and all of our partners in the subscription or free to play. This is just
I actually really don't know how they make money with Game Pass. It really is like an actual good deal.
It really is.
Some
Yeah.
of the games you already
I got it
love,
for when it was like
some
$1
you
a
have yet
month
to
or something.
play
Same,
will
yeah.
also be optimized for
crazy
Xbox
value.
Series X.
Every game's just fucking
Games
free
like
on it.
Forza Horizon 4, Gears 5, and Sea of
And now
Thieves. You'll get
I've heard they're throwing
next-gen
Xbox Live Gold
upgrades
into it
at
as well.
No additional cost when they launch. You can
They just
expect
really
a
should make some
lineup
fucking
of
games.
over 100 titles
Like actual
for
interesting
Xbox
ones.
Series X this holiday
Like the
season.
Resub Gravis and the Prime
Series
Interstellar.
X
Don't
and
look
Game
like,
Pass, Xbox
indie
is
games.
the place to play, and you are at the center of everything we do. Now, you may have noticed we didn't get to visit all of our Xbox Game Studios today. That means we'll have more to share.
The
later
initiative.
this
You
year.
didn't visit the
But until
initiative.
then, here's one more thing.
Halo
Fuck.
Infinite's
The
been
last one
cancelled.
was Elden Ring, please.
Did you say there's one more? Yay.
Yeah.
Minecraft 2. That'd be big.
Fable.
Bug snacks.
Oh yeah, Fable. I forgot Fable.
Does anyone know what Playground Games is?
Yeah, this is Fable.
The world is
Oh, really?
filled with stories
Mm-hmm.
of legendary heroes,
Yep, that first sentence is Fable.
treacherous villains,
Playground did Forza
Forza.
Horizon.
of fantastical creatures
They did Forza and only Forza.
and
And now
wondrous
they're
places
Where
I mean-
nature Fable.
and magic live in perfect
Fable Racing?
Oh yeah, Fable Kart Racers.
Fable Kart Racing.
Not all stories have
Alright.
happy endings, but yours has yet to be written.
Delving into some war.
Oh, they actually showed nothing. Incredible.
Yeah, so the console launches in 4 months. Wanna buy it?
No.
Well,
Depends on how much it costs. If it's above
If I want these
$5,
games,
then
I'll
probably not.
get it on PC.
That was somehow worse than I thought it was going to be. And I had very little expectations.
to be fair, the only reason it was bad is because Halo Infinite, like the actual core of it, looked bad. Like if Halo
It
Infinite,
sucked.
if Halo Infinite looked good, it would have been much better.
I just don't think they have the developer.
They
power
don't
that
have
Sony
any
has.
selling points beyond
That's it.
Game
Avowed,
Pass.
Avowed looked good.
That's true.
I can't remember which one was that about.
Oh,
Jesus.
Game of
Sword and
Thrones one.
Sorcery one.
Yeah, but that was clearly like a cinematic trailer.
Yeah, but it's still, it's at
They
least
all
a new
were.
IP that looks nice.
True. I think the Crossfire X is one that maybe looked the best because it was actual gameplay shown.
Yeah, Crossfire was probably one of the highlights
What
as
about
well.
Medium?
Oh, Medium too.
What about Destiny, Jackson?
Yeah, but that's PC.
They're all PC.
Technically, yeah.
Everwild or whatever it was looks good actually.
I'm not faulting the games. I think they look good. I'm just saying that they don't have the kind of star power that Sony has.
Right. They don't have anything that makes me want to buy an Xbox.
Yeah.
Well, we did it, boys. We got to see Jeff Keighley and some games.
What a night.
Let's go see what Jeff Keighley's up to. He's just fucking hammered, drunk. He didn't even watch it. Alrighty, that was.
Yeah, that's something.
I'm just gonna send you money for the PS5. I'm not actually gonna like pre-order it for you.
No, you're gonna pre-order it for me.
No, I'm just
You're
gonna send you
it.
money.
You're gonna sign it and send it to me.
I'll sign a dollar bill and give it to you, and with the rest, you can just buy it yourself. I'm not going through the fucking pre-order effort for you. Fuck that.
You son of a bitch. That was part of the deal.
No, it wasn't. The deal was buying you a PS5.
You don't even know the price.
Yeah, and so I don't want to pre-order it for you. I'll just give you the money for it.
Oh, fine.
Thanks to the Prime
Only
Day.
Jackson could complain about getting a PS5
money.
in the form of money.
Yeah, just wanted it your way. Yeah. An asshole.
I mean, I don't get to win much. It's nice that I want to bet finally.
No.
That's true. I think I'm absolutely crushing you in our bets.
Yeah, no, that wasn't me playing the victim. He genuinely wins most of the bets that we compete at, and then I have to send like 20 gift subs to him each time.
I remember those days. I think you've gifted like 60 or something subs just off of shitty bets because you're not good at them.
Nice.
All in all, I'm happy.
Yeah. It was a good day. I just am skeptical on Halo Infinite. I'm not pre-ordering for it.
That's one word of
Skeptical?
Yeah.
Disappointment.
Disappointed.
Unironically, I think Destiny 2, the expansion pack, was the best thing I saw.
No, Jesus.
The thing that made me the most excited.
Jesus Christ, Jackson.
Genuinely might have been, yeah.
No.
How? Surely, like, Avowed or whatever.
Well, that
Something like
wasn't
that.
gameplay. I still don't know what
Maybe
the end of
Canoe.
it
Well,
looked
probably not
like it
tonight,
could've
Canoe.
been.
No,
We got a couple other games I want
What,
to
he
play.
put out a
The
sword.
hands?
Still-
Yeah, it was like the
The hands.
Yeah.
Alright, never mind. Yeah,
I'll be
that's
right
pretty
back.
cool. I mean, I think we're ending, Matt.
Yeah,
Bye.
no, we're wrapping up here. Jackson, are you sure I can't just pay someone to play on my Destiny account?
I'm positive.
I was gonna ask you how the gearing is going.
Yeah, I honestly can't. Doing that fucking control shit where it's just Gambit again, but in like the fucking overworld is terrible. Absolutely
You have
terrible.
to do it.
Wait, what's he level to?
I'm at 940 or some shit. Not even close.
He has to do it. He's not doing world first with me if he doesn't do
Don't
it.
remind me, I have to do it as a...
Yeah, you have to do it too.
It's a terrible, terrible chore, man.
Yep, I feel that.
It's fun.
Yeah, are you boys heading out?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I'm
we're
gonna go
done.
eat some lunch.
Okay.
Are you gonna still stream?
Yeah, for a little bit. I don't know what I'll play, but I'll play some shit for a little bit, and then I'm gonna head out for a while.
Alright, see ya everyone. Thanks for
Bye,
joining us.
guys.
Take it easy, boys.
Welcome, everybody, to the H3 podcast. This is where we come to learn and grow. You know, we are casting off negative energies and embracing the positive energies that are in the world, like a dream catcher for life. That's what I'm calling the H3 podcast now. Good vibes only, right, Hila? Why are you so offended at the thought of good vibes?
A dream catcher?
Yeah, dream catchers, they catch bad dreams. So you only have good dreams. So I have a dream catcher for good vibes. What?
I never liked those.
Yeah, I don't like them either, to be honest. Today's episode is sponsored by ExpressVPN. God bless them. And just a quick announcement, the Teddy Fresh X SpongeBob, the collaboration that took the universe by storm, is back online at teddyfresh.com. Today we are joined by the... I tend to say prolific, but you're definitely not prolific. But you are. You do what you do is great. Although there's not many of it.
I think you're getting a lot better with those intros.
Well, thank you very much.
Great's better than prolific, I think. Last time you said something about, I think, Luke Skywalker or something like that at some point.
That sounds about right.
I think great is, I'll take that.
Just simple and to the point. With us, of course, is iDubbbz, who has, among many other videos, but today has released his second feature-length documentary called The Ice Cream Man about...
Know that.
Oh, no, the? Ice Cream Man. You're not saying anything.
You know, you had a problem with Oliver Tree last time where you were wanting to overstate words for his, like, song.
Yeah.
I think that's a habit of yours.
The?
Yeah. What was the name of the song that you were trying to change?
You were trying to tell him, don't
Yeah.
let me down.
Yeah. You're right. Maybe you artistic types like to reduce the words.
Yeah, it just flows off the tongue a little bit better.
Ice Cream Man is the name of his new video out right now about the Dax Flame. How would you describe Dax Flame, Ian? You know him better than I.
Yeah, I mean, he's a little bit socially awkward, but also not. I think he's a bit of an oxymoron. A lot of the comments that I'm seeing is like, whoa, he's so introverted, but also he's really extroverted. What's the deal with that?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a pretty good way to sum him up. Like,
interesting.
You know, he's an actor, he's an artist, he's a comedian. So he's like doing all these very like, you know, outgoing activities. And, you know, but that clashes, I think, with his sort of more natural personality, which is he's a guy who's just a little bit shy, a little bit awkward. But yeah.
When you sent me the unlisted link, I immediately noted, I was like, dude, you have copyrighted music in here. What's the deal with that? Are you crazy? Like, what? Are you crazy? And you told me you had actually gone to a publishing company and licensed the music for quite a bit of money, I would say, you know, for a song and a YouTube video. But you were having technical issues yesterday when the video was supposed to go up. Was it related to that?
Yes, it was. It was, I don't know. Everyone every YouTuber has the problem with, like, specifically audio, more specifically music, getting copyrighted. And, like, it just felt like a good opportunity to experiment to see if it's like a something that we can do in the future. You know, if it's not too much money. It's sort of hard. If you ask the average person, how much do you think it costs to license a piece of music? Like, I don't think anyone could really even ballpark what it is because it's so subjective. Like, are you a person with money? Because then who knows how, like, infinite the amount they could charge you would go. But you know, it seemed pretty reasonable at the start, but then things got more and more complicated, and we realized that it's just like, this time it wasn't worth the effort. We went through a lot of the effort, but in the end, we just replaced it with, like, just some royalty-free
Wait,
crap.
you did?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Originally, we were going to use California Dreamin'. We were like, oh, this is the perfect song for the intro. Really artistic, really nice. But it's like, it's such a fucking web of like who owns what. There's going to be like maybe 10 different people who own the rights to a single song, and a single song is broken up into different categories. Maybe it's the lyrical portion, the master license, the instrumental, all these different things. So it's a lot harder than you'd think. I think it's a much better idea if you're trying to use good music on YouTube to just contact an artist directly and use their work or try to get permission.
Are you comfortable saying how much you were prepared to pay for these songs?
Yeah, so for California Dreamin', like it's a fucking good song, super popular.
Yeah.
I would have been willing to pay probably up to 15 grand on it.
Wow.
But again, it's all relative, right?
So
like,
did you never got a
for
price?
how long? No, they never even really like responded.
Oh.
So
that's why, you know, movies and TV shows and all these big networks, they have like whole departments just for actually licensing.
It's a fucking nightmare. You can't do anything.
But then ultimately what will happen is like you ended up paying to license a song, or you were planning to, and then they claimed your fucking video.
Right. So what we had to do is we had to nix the California Dreamin' idea. So we went to sort of a song that they were confident they had the rights to use, and it wasn't as good, but we were like, this is a good experiment. We upload the video, instantly claimed.
Yes.
I kept hounding them beforehand, like, is this going to get claimed? If it gets claimed, I need it to disappear real quick.
Yeah.
They just like, it's this weird divide where it's like, it seems like it's like old Hollywood and a bunch of fucking antiquated people who get the licensing rights to these songs. But YouTube is, you know, so new and fresh that they're clueless on how to like navigate, how to get rid of a claim or anything like that. And it's like a week-long process.
Well, the truth is that guy who's licensing it probably doesn't even know the guy on the left hand who's in a claim farm somewhere in India or wherever it could be in the world.
Claim farm.
You know what I mean?
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, that's what they are. They're straight up claim farms. They have bounties on channels. Like I've literally heard this from people inside YouTube. There are claim farms where people are paid bounties to watch channels and find any copyrighted music in it, and so they get a commission on every video they're able to claim.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So there you go. Well, it was worth a shot, but
On that note, though, I also noticed just in general, the production quality seemed really well made. Like
talking over your mic.
Okay, Ethan.
Well, I want people to hear you.
We got an extra cameraman this time. My buddy Ben was doing a lot of secondary filming, so we were just trying to.
It looked really good. I liked it.
Yeah, it was great. It was very polished.
Yeah.
Is this a new interest of yours, the documentary? Because I've noticed they're basically, and correct me if I'm wrong, it seems that you've pivoted away from the content cop and towards the docu-series.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting old.
I feel that.
My interests are changing just a little bit.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say that content cop's gone.
But
maybe there are some
Content Cop is
things in the
gone.
work.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
but
It's not about me, is it?
I've been recommended from quite a few people.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a good one.
Yeah.
Would you do Content Cop on cops?
Oh shit, that's crazy, dude. What a crazy idea. You should put on the content cop uniform and go to a police station and fuck with them, dude.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
So there is a content cop that you are maybe working on or mulling around.
Well, I'm not going to say that because it's not. I mean, it's definitely just like.
You have people in the crosshair.
No.
No, you don't even have a specific.
It's. I think in general, it's more ideas in the crosshair rather than people.
So let me
or
ask
institutions, perhaps.
Oh, the police?
No, I'm not content copying the police. I'm not going to do that. Maybe. Yeah, I do like the idea of going to the precinct and whipping my dick out.
I think you might get killed if you show up in a uniform and start fucking with them. I think there's a high chance of being murdered. Well, I do find that the comment you made about you getting older and your interest changing is interesting because I've kind of gone through the same thing where, you know, from my perspective, you have, you know, when you're constantly like looking for people to go after and, you know, you're constantly criticizing people for all this and that. I mean, you know, as you get older, these things start to become a little more trivial and maybe it's not the kind of energy you want to be putting out into the world. Is that kind of where you're at when you say that?
For sure. It comes across, especially when you give it more time to sit on it. And yeah, I don't know. It really isn't, let's put it this way, it really isn't difficult to make a commentary video. Anyone can sit down and criticize someone else. And I think it just like, it's becoming a little tired for me. If other people want to do it, I think there's a place for it, but it's just becoming, you know, I've done enough of it, I think. You know, if I do more, I think it just needs to have a little bit more of a purpose or a point behind it rather than just, you know, let's make fun of this guy for his lack of a chin. You know? whatever.
Right? Yeah. No, I feel that. No, I went through the same thing. You know, it's like the format itself has become, first of all, so prevalent on YouTube that it's really, you know, it's like by the time, yeah, that's how I feel too. I don't know how better to put it.
Yeah.
But on the contrast of the content cop, I feel like the docu-series is almost the antithesis of the content cop. But instead of, you know, criticizing people, you are finding people who kind of, you know, living in the shadows of YouTube a little bit and rising them up. Do you feel that that is maybe the are you intentionally trying to do something like that with your docu-series?
Yeah, I don't think there's any. I'm not like actively choosing to like be less negative or you know, bring people up. I don't think it's an active choice, but it's like, I think by nature, when you go and meet people, you form a connection, and things in general are just going to be a lot more positive when you actually have a connection with someone,
That's so
personal
true.
connection. You meet them, you know, and I think that's in general why a lot of, you know, commentary videos will come out and blow up, is because it's you know, if I'm certain if I, you know, met some of the people that I've made videos on in the past, if I met them in person first, there would probably be sort of a diminishing motivation to make a video about them, because you're not going to see this weird persona that they put out there. You're going to see something a little bit more real, something a little bit more human.
A little more complex.
Yeah.
You know, these two characters, like you did, your first one was on Airsoft Fatty, and your second one now is on Dax Flame. I mean, these are dudes who probably catch a lot of shit on the internet from people who don't understand them, right? So I find it interesting that, you know, you're going out there and meeting them, and then all of a sudden these guys are portrayed as these celebrated, great, you know, very, very sweet individuals. And I wonder if, yeah, it feels very fresh. It feels very different from what's on the YouTube landscape. So I appreciate that, you know, that perspective.
Yeah. Thank you. They definitely have, you know, their own like set of fans and everything. I think like with Dax as an example, like I definitely went into it because when you're creating one of these videos, you sort of want to have a goal. You don't really want to go into it blind, because it's like, well, what do we make this video about? Like, you can't just follow someone around and be like, yeah, do your normal routine. You got to have like an event or a purpose. So like with people like Dax, I think I went into it thinking, yeah, this guy's awkward. Let's fuck with him. You know, there's a few awkward questions that I don't think made the cut. It was just me trying to poke and pry, thinking like, he's awkward. Let me ask him some uncomfortable questions to make it even weirder. But then I realized, like, as time went on, like, that's like the opposite approach that you should be taking. You should be, I think, feeding into what the particular person is comfortable with, because when they're more comfortable, they're a lot more willing to like put themselves out there and express themselves in an interesting way, rather than just like, you know, beating your head against a wall, trying to make the funny thing happen.
Right.
Right.
How's everything with your girlfriend Anissa now that COVID has slammed the world? She's stuck in Canada. It's crazy that here in America we have failed to contain the virus to the point where Canada has closed the border on plague-ridden America. And so your girlfriend is stuck in Canada, right? Is that the current situation?
Yeah, and let me just say, the Canadians better be very scared, because I'm coming up with a 250-page common law marriage dossier to present to the customs officials so that I could go to Canada.
Really?
You're going to present it just to border control?
Yep, and they're going to let me through, and I'm going to bring the COVID with me.
Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck them. Sorry, Canada, you're screwed.
Are you being careful? How are you existing in the COVID world? What's your opinion on all this nonsense, madness?
You know me, man. Anti-masker all the way.
Yeah.
No, not actually.
Yeah, I know that.
Make that clear. Not at all, even remotely. Yeah, I mean, it's very easy. I talked to my friend Dane, who filmed the documentary and edited it. He was saying how it feels very normal to him, this COVID stuff, because he doesn't get out of the house all that often anyway. So it's kind of ridiculous hearing some people like complaining about not being able to go see friends and go to the bar. And he's like, what the hell? And I feel kind of the same. It's like, what am I leaving the house for anyway?
Do you go grocery shopping?
Yeah.
So you put on a mask when you go to the grocery store?
Oh yeah, I'm all N95'd up.
How paranoid do you feel when you're at the grocery store on a scale of 1 to 10?
Paranoid?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a 3.
A 3? Yeah, that seems a healthy amount of paranoia.
I think it's mainly like the touching things, because you can get really into this OCD mentality of like, where it's like, okay, there's the carts, there's the credit card reader, there's all these items and objects to touch on the shelves. So it's like, you can kind of overthink it. There's like a lot of like viral things of like plastic over a credit card keypad or something. And it's like, what's the point of putting the plastic on there? You're just still touching it and other people are touching it. So it's like, I think it's that idea where it's like, well, yeah, what isn't being touched?
Do you carry around hand sanitizer with you?
I did for a while. I ran out recently and I just assumed that, yeah. I'm not going to be able to find more.
I actually found some on
We
Amazon.
just found some. I think it just became available on Amazon.
Yeah. I think they're using some real shit smelling hand sanitizer now, though. They're using like something other than isopropyl alcohol.
Oh, for real?
We got
yeah,
one.
and it smells a little funky.
We got one that's super thick, and it's like
Yeah.
Oh, I bought it
really
from-
gross.
I was at the gas station.
I don't know what's in it.
Well, because I went to the gas station, I went to the clerk. I was like, hey, do you guys have sanitizer? Expecting him to say no, because this was like peak madness. And he goes, yeah, I got this. And he reaches behind the counter and he just gives me like what looks like a bottle of sunscreen, clear, a label that's in Spanish. And then, but there's no, you can't like turn it over and squeeze it. It's like got a top like a bottle of water and a huge. So you gotta.
So you just gotta like squeeze a ton of it out.
I would have never expected like bootleg sanitizer.
Yeah,
in,
dude.
like,
I was like, fuck
2020.
it. I was like, you know what?
But whenever
I'll
I
take
use it,
bro.
there's like a really thick layer on my hands that does not go away.
Yeah, I don't think
And-
that's the real deal. In fact, I'd be surprised if it even
That's
kills the virus. Some dude probably jizzed and mixed it
yeah, that's what.
with gelatin or some shit. No, but you know, I went on
God,
Amazon.
You're like
recently.
rubbing around like protein in your hands.
Sick. I'm like, smells like dried semen. But I did go on Amazon, you know, and we bought. I think we got ripped off. I think they're upselling a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Amazon's like, you can't charge times 20. You can only charge times 3. So we ended up spending like $200 on like a crate of hand sanitizer. But it smells great. They made it with alloy. So there you have it, people.
Alloy.
Yeah, alloy. It smells great. No, not alloy.
Aloe?
Aloe? Is that how it
Aloe.
says?
It is aloe.
A-L-O-E?
It's pronounced aloe?
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't sound right. But I
Yeah.
know I could spell it. A-L-O-E.
That is it.
Aloe.
English is your first language, Ethan.
Wow.
Supposedly.
Some people say my first language is comedy.
Yeah, I've told people that.
Yeah, my first language is comedy. Well, how are your fans reacting to kind of? I think a lot of the, you know, your rise to fame was during your time. The content cops were like, not rise to fame, but like a lot of growth.
Yeah.
During that time.
That's fair.
You know? So, are you experiencing any kind of kickback from fans who are like, "Fuck documentaries and good vibes. I want iDubbbz shitting on people." You get that?
No, like it's one of those things where it's like I think the simp debacle has really helped that, where it's like I'm purging sort of inadvertently a portion of my audience that really wants to see me go for the throat, you know.
Content cop your own girlfriend, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you explain the simp phenomenon?
Explain it. I mean, I can tell you that it was like my video was either really well timed or really poorly timed. I don't, depending on your perspective.
Or I mean, I'm more specifically, why are people calling you a simp?
I mean,
well,
do you want me to? I'm pretty sure we've
talked about it.
Understand
I'm just
why. It's because my girlfriend is selling nudes on the internet.
Yeah, I just wanted to set it up for the audience. Obviously,
Yeah.
I know why.
I mean, we've also talked about it.
Well,
but-
By the way, guys, I want to make it clear.
Ian's-
I'm not upset with Ethan right now.
Yeah. Why are
This
we
is
fighting?
friendly banter.
Okay, you just prevented like
someone's
5
yeah.
videos.
I know. I
guys.
gotta fucking put out the fires before they fucking start.
Thank you, Ian. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, people are fucking stupid.
We just spawned 20 video essays.
Yeah.
No, Ian's girlfriend made a OnlyFans, which is, I guess, does she even do nudes on OnlyFans? It's more like
No, it's I mean, the reason
sexy
that,
photos.
Sexy photos, I
Yeah.
guess.
Right. It's super easy to justify when you're like, yeah, like this is the shit girls are doing on Instagram, and no one's whining and bitching and moaning over that.
Yeah.
But as soon as you start taking people's money for that content, it's like, oh, that's too much.
I expect girls to show me their junk for free.
Yeah,
or a bit.
essentially.
No, actually, so it does seem to me that a lot of people who are criticizing it are people who, you know, are just happy to find an opening to criticize you, because for the longest time, I feel like, you know, there was never really a chink in your armor, and that you were always very careful with your, why are you smiling?
No reason. I mean, I'm smiling because I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think like there's like these commentary people, right, who are just looking for content. They're like piranhas anywhere they can get it. And then all of a sudden you see an opening on like iDubbbz, who's kind of the great criticizer who is beyond criticism, and then all of a sudden it's a great headline. I don't think anyone's actually offended by the fact that your girlfriend has an OnlyFans. I think that it's just they see an opportunity for a video.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I mean, and it kind of shows in like I think the people in general who did get upset or did make videos about it. It's kind of like I don't know, like the people who are like actually critical of it, like they're not really in a mainstream sphere. They have their, you know, soapbox that they're speaking on to their particular audience. But I think it's actually super positive that it ended up this way, because I think for a long time when I'd have a you know, first interaction with someone, meeting someone for the first time, I think a lot of people sort of expected me to like immediately roast them, you know, do a content comp on them. People just being nervous, like, oh yeah, you know, they see me in the videos being an asshole, and it's like, that must be him in real life.
Taking notes on me.
Yeah. So it really is a positive thing to I guess in a way take this hit to make
it
me,
humanizes
you know,
maybe.
Yeah, exactly. It humanizes me and makes people realize that, you know, I'm just like them. You know, I'm not.
It's
I'm not
pretty
any
funny
different.
because you're actually like kind of the opposite of that in person. Like
I think Ian's a softie.
You're a really nice person.
Yeah.
You know.
But
So, it's kind of
would
funny
say
that
that
that's what the image they have of you. You know.
Right. It's like, especially with the videos that got popular, it's like I genuinely, you know, got fucking roid raged when talking about like Keemstar, whoever else, because, you know, it made me mad. And, you know, when you see, I think people who have that, who that's like their main form of content is like just kind of dogging other people, or they got, you know, well known for it. That definitely, I think, solidifies what you think their personality is. Yeah.
You know, it's funny. When we went to YouTube's Creator Summit, where they invite a bunch of creators out to New York, that was a while. How long ago was that? A few years.
Probably almost 4 years or 3.
4?
I don't know. I might be making it
Yeah,
up.
maybe you're right. Anyway, I went out there and met a bunch of creators, and we never really rubbed shoulders with creators before. And I heard this so many times the whole time. They're like, "You're so not what I expected."
Right.
I'm like, dude, I'm not like on. I'm not here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that all the time. And I find it like, I'm just surprised how many people are even comfortable saying that.
I think it's just their gut reaction. It's just.
But it just overwhelms them every time they see me that I'm just not what they expected.
Not anymore, though, right? Like that was probably
Well,
during.
I don't meet anybody anymore. But I don't think people wouldn't say that about me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the same effect as Ian
Yeah.
with the content cups, because at the time we were doing mostly reaction videos.
Yes.
Well, I think in the documentary, Tay Zonde actually made a really good point, I think, about that, where it's
Yeah.
like there's this expectation that you kind of have a bit of a persona.
Yeah.
And that is very true, I think, for YouTubers, where you can kind of make a video, edit out all the parts that make you look human, and put it on the internet. And I think, you know, if any of these YouTubers, if I decided to, you know, live stream tomorrow or something like that, where you saw a more uncut version of me, then you would probably get a more well-rounded idea of the type of person I am, you know, for better or worse.
You know, that's kind of what always interests me about the podcast, is that for the longest time we had these perfectly manicured videos where you can portray yourself in the best possible light, however you want. You have the best perfect take. You say everything perfectly. But then, like, we did our show live for like 2 years, you know, and for me that was like the biggest challenge imaginable, to move from these perfectly manicured videos to doing a live stream for 2 hours. And to me, I personally thought that, you know, I was being more authentic and expressing my true authentic self. But I think it's a little bit tragic that, you know, when you attempt to do that, you
remove some of the context that you can maybe add in a post-production or anything else.
But there's
like you can do a lot.
People don't, for some reason, people don't give the benefit of the doubt in this case, where, like, I think for a lot of people, a lot of people sift through the content looking for, you know, to make a thesis about me. And yeah, it was just, I don't know. In the end, it was just, it may be too vulnerable, I guess. I don't know what to say, because a lot of people started hating me, I feel like, since we started doing the podcast live. Like, just specifically the live aspect of it. You know, and there are definitely times when I would look back and be like, oh, I wish I could have edited that and said it and reshot it or done that differently. But, you know, that's kind of the nature of the beast, right? So, I don't know. I don't regret it, but I'm kind of glad it's not live anymore.
Yeah.
Because
absolutely.
I just said the N word like 20 times when I was super angry, but we cut that out. Right.
That comment in your documentary was the one that really stood out to me, about how it's funny to think that in the beginning of YouTube, it was even more extreme, where people would be completely disappointed to find out that you're different in person, and that, like, what's portrayed in the video is not exactly 100% what you are in real life. Where, like, today people expect it more. They have a better understanding.
They
of,
assume
like,
it.
Yeah, like,
For sure.
The video version of you is probably a little more exaggerated and stuff.
Yeah, I thought that was a very interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting, especially in regards to Dax Flame, because of how he's such a mystery.
Yeah. They definitely have that. Like, it's interesting to know that they do that to, like you guys are, I think, pretty protected by, like, or, you know, all YouTubers are protected by being able to edit their videos and whatnot and be able to portray what they're putting out there. But to think that there is this section of Hollywood, K-pop stars, musicians, whoever, they have it to the nth degree, where they have, like, agents and PR people actively, like, editing their life as their life is happening, which is just super fucking.
They have real
crazy.
handlers. I mean, look at
Yeah.
someone like Tom Cruise, right? That dude has like 20 handlers with him at all times.
Yeah. I just saw this one of fucking Gordon Ramsay like going off on Sofia Vergara on like a late night show. He was like poking her and doing a lot of like sexual innuendo shit.
Really?
And it was like, holy fuck, like I can't believe that he I guess got this far. Like since then, I guess his personality's been reeled in.
All right, let's go to a quick break, and we will be right back with the not prolific but excellent.
He's very nice.
I mean, very nice individual. Very interesting as well. iDubbbz. Have you ever watched The Office? If you have, you probably know it's based on a UK series also called The Office. But what if I told you there are 9 other countries with their own version of The Office that you've never seen? I'd be shocked. Well, you probably didn't know about them because they're not usually available in your country. But you can access content available around the world with no geo restriction when you use ExpressVPN. That is crazy. I didn't know that there was all these episodes or these other shoot-offs of The Office. That's amazing. ExpressVPN lets you control where you want sites to think you're located. You can choose from nearly 100 different countries, giving you access to content that isn't available in your region. If you like watching shows or movies, ExpressVPN is a must-have. For less than $7 a month, ExpressVPN lets you access thousands of new shows, movies on Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, and tons of other streaming services. It's a no-brainer. And look, I know y'all got tons of time on your hand with COVID. You're stuck at home. You've already watched everything on Netflix. See what's on in Netflix Japan, for example. You know? And it couldn't be easier to use. Just fire up the ExpressVPN app on your computer or TV, select a location, and hit connect. ExpressVPN is also incredibly fast. It doesn't slow down your connection. You can stream content in HD quality with no issues at all. So, get the most out of your streaming services today at expressvpn.com/H3. If you use our link, you'll get an extra 3 months free of ExpressVPN. Again, that's expressvpn.com/H3. expressvpn.com/H3. Please support our sponsors. Thank you to ExpressVPN. God bless. Teddy Fresh X SpongeBob SquarePants is back by popular demand. It is now live on our website at teddyfresh.com. We've got the old and the new. This classic Teddy Fresh SpongeBob hoodie is back, and we've got new colors as well, in aqua and shady cove. Look at this beautiful embroidery here. Gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Oh, you love it. You love it. You love it. That's the hoodie. Let's go back. You've also got the embroidered hoodie, which is classic. You know, you can't go wrong with that. And all these beautiful colors. You've got purple, crystal waters, coral. All water-themed names, of course, because you know how we do it. This is a really beautiful item. The shirt quality is amazing. You've got the Teddy Fresh Friends, SpongeBob Plus. We need to name our bear, Hila. Do you think we need to name our Teddy Fresh bear? I never thought about that. What's his name, I wonder? Jeremiah? Jeremiah was a bear. Oh, I just got claimed. We got the embroidered tee. We got the patch tee. Forget it, forget it. We got the long sleeves, the beanie, the hat. You know the drill. Really great items. Exclusively at teddyfresh.com. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Let's get right back into it. We are back with iDubbbz. iDubbbz, let me ask you something. The whole simp thing was like the first time you were on the receiving end of catching shit on the internet. How did it feel to kind of be on that end of the old shit gun?
It hurt. It hurt me.
It's the worst, isn't it?
Well, I think you're being sarcastic, but did it?
No, I'm not being
Yeah.
sarcastic.
Yeah.
See, that's part of the problem. Is without this, people would just think I'm above it and all that. No, it hurt. I'm human. It hurt me, hurt my feelings, to hear people say things like simp, cuck, motherfucker.
Well, it's not so much what they say. It's like just the scope of negativity aimed at you. You feel that, you know. You can't just dodge.
And also, I can only imagine that as a couple too. It must be difficult to both get it, and then as a couple, you know, it's like a lot.
I'm certain you guys, would understand it. I think it's brought us like a lot closer together because it's like we're in this together.
Yeah.
You know, when shit hits the fan, it's like
Yeah.
you don't really have anyone to rely on. You're not going to get fulfillment by reading comments. You're going to get it from each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's only strengthened the relationship, apart from her being in Canada right now. But it's overall a good thing. You know, it's not negative. I think everyone needs to, every content creator needs to experience some of this during their career because it's important. It gives you perspective on what it feels like, whether or not you want to engage in it when it happens. You know, if someone's getting dogged on, like you're gonna think twice if you've experienced it before. So it's important, I think, for everyone to get a taste of it. I'm more than happy that this was my controversy.
Well, you didn't really do anything. That was kind of the thing that stumped me the most.
Which is why I'm like, I'm cool with it.
Like,
you know?
but I was kind of, I won't say I was shocked that it became a thing because knowing the internet, I wasn't surprised. But people somehow found a way to make it seem like you did something wrong when you literally did nothing. So I found that whole thing kind of perplexing. It frustrated me. Were you frustrated by it? You're like, what exactly am I being criticized for?
I think the only frustrating thing was when people couldn't read between the lines in like previous videos. I think a lot of people I made a green screen compilation of me basically saying, look at this slut, look at this whore, and all this shit. And like people were using that, some people, not everyone, were using that as like evidence of me being hypocritical, as if that's even too much of a bad thing. That's literally everyone. But they were using that as some kind of evidence. And I'm like, that was a joke. I wasn't like, I was saying, look at this whore to a green screen.
To nobody, yeah.
You could put yourself or your grandmother up on that green screen, and that changes the context.
Yeah.
Like,
Or a hot dog.
Whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's a good point.
It's just that frustration, I think. I think some people also watched like the Tana Moju content cop and thought like he hates this type of person. So they're lumping like a general type of person together where it's like the amount of times I've seen like the meme where it was like, you were meant to destroy the simps, not join them. It was like a fucking Star Wars meme, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm just like rolling my eyes, like, come on, like, what is this weird expectation? Like,
You were meant to destroy the Sibs, Ian. You have lost your way.
I don't know where in the charter of the formation of my channel I said the purpose is to eliminate thoughts, sluts, and simps.
Yeah, I find that interesting. It's almost like they're projecting but this whole thing is like so hateful towards women, isn't it?
It's very chauvinistic.
And they're just projecting like their inceldom on you.
Yeah, I think the misunderstanding comes in where like a lot of people think that like what we're saying is that you need to be okay with it. Like you need to be okay with our relationship or whatever. And it's like, no, it's perfectly fine if you don't want that in your relationship. But
Right.
like,
right.
Yeah.
That's not what's being advocated. It's not saying this should be the new world order.
Yeah.
Is
Right.
every person's wife should be on OnlyFans.
Right.
Like
I'm
it's
okay with
not-
Ela doing OnlyFans. I think we make a lot of
Oh,
supplementary
I
income a
thought
lot.
you said you weren't. I'm okay with you being on OnlyFans.
Who do you think would get more, me or you?
Well, as soon as he thought of the dollar signs, he was like, maybe it's not a terrible idea.
Idea. We can supplement our income.
Yeah.
I was
I mean, that's
actually-
it, right? It's like in the context of most people talking about this, what I've noticed is a lot of people do the sort of like, what would you do in this situation? And it's
Right.
like, it's really not important because it's like
That's not
if-
even in question. No one is talking about you or your
Right.
relationship.
That's the whole point. It's like we're fine with people not doing it. If you value the money more than exposing more of your body to the internet, like then more power to you. That's great. I think that's what Anise and I value. We're like, oh yeah, we're fine with that.
And I've watched Anissa's video about it, about if she regrets it, and I thought it was really interesting that she said it's actually been really good for her, not only financially, which probably has been huge, but even just for her own like self-confidence and like being more out there and coming to
Absolutely.
I can tell as if, myself, I have a lot of insecurities, so I could understand what she was talking about, and it sounds like it was really good for her. So
That's
really
I think
cool.
the number one thing that people sort of get wrong when they're talking about it. And I would say it's more likely than not guys or not guys, a person who's in a relationship who feels like not fulfilled or like they're not contributing their fair share or whatever the mentality is. I think a lot of people don't get that it's not always about money. Like money's nice. That's obviously part of the equation. But the other part of the equation is I need something. I want something. Anissa's streaming wasn't going like that well. It's not a fucking rocket ship. She needed to do something else, and that's what she wanted to do. And it's more about purpose. A lot of people would say, iDubbbz is a fucking millionaire. He makes so much money. Why can't he that's sad. That's sad if he can't just pay for her life. Like what the fuck?
It's so that is
not what
so
it's about.
missing the point because she wants to be fulfilled, and I totally get that. And like in our case, it's different because we started together the YouTube channel, but even there was a point before we started Teddy Fresh where Ethan was actually doing most of it. Like he was doing the editing and he was in the videos, and it felt like I wasn't pulling my weight. And
there was friction.
I felt so restless and like just not good about myself. And it's like, okay, I'll do the dishes because, I might as well do something, but this is not my calling, And
totally.
Yeah, but a lot of people online would want your calling to be doing the dishes.
Well, that's what I was going to say is that it's the same people who would call you a simp. Like they don't understand that a female in a relationship couldn't be fulfilled by just being provided.
But also what's funny, if she wasn't like that and she was just fine with using his money, they would call her a gold digger, right?
Yeah, that's
and
true.
then she would be that person.
I mean, that was happening for, basically 3 years of our relationship is people saying that you're just doing this for clout and whatever else. And it's like, if you think she's doing it for clout, you're sorely mistaken because she hasn't seen a fucking ounce of
Where's the clout?
Yeah.
All I saw was her
only
catching
gotten
a ton.
shit.
Yeah, all I saw was her catching
shit.
tons and tons of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are fucking cruel, man. It's probably wasn't been easy for her to be your girlfriend because because for the express, fact that people are looking for ways to criticize you. And I think by proxy, a lot of people saw her as an opportunity to get at you.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I mean, I've seen that over the years. It's just like, there's nothing with you. Let's attack your girlfriend kind of thing. And it's like, I mean, she makes it easy because she live streams and she speaks her mind and shit. You guys would know that. Like, the more I would be in the same fucking situation, guaranteed, if I had as much content out there online as Anissa does, and everyone would be in the same position.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's like you're just putting yourself out there day after day, entertaining people with zero cuts for hours on end.
Right.
You're gonna say stupid shit all the time.
And by the way, for you not to contradict yourself over the course of, like, let's say we were doing this podcast for over like maybe even 4 years now we've been doing it. A lot of those years was live. For, like, this whole the hypocrite label is somehow become like...
it's too much of a throwaway statement.
Yeah,
it doesn't hold a lot of weight because it's like, yeah, like...
It's like the
I'm a
immediate
hypocrite,
go-to
okay?
No, you don't
insult.
you don't even need to like unpack that at all. It's just like you're a hypocrite. That's like the worst insult you can lay against somebody on the internet for some reason.
Yeah.
And how is it possible to not contradict yourself over 4 years of life?
Well, even as I'm having this, conversation, I'm thinking back into the past at moments when I called other people hypocrites, and I think one of the moments was in, I think this is maybe the only time in the Keemstar Content Cop, and even that makes me like hesitate to even talk about it in a more mature, evolved way, because I'm like, some fucker's gonna take that shit from that video and be like, hypocrite. It's like, what the fuck?
Yep, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, it's an absolute minefield.
Yeah, it is, man. That's why it's amazing that you've been beyond criticism for so long. But
it's very fucking easy to be without criticism when you don't share anything about your life and you just attack others.
That's kind of the only way to do it, right?
Yeah. I could have avoided this whole thing. I could have broken up with my girlfriend. Like, that's what a lot of people suggest, right? Like, oh, don't worry, you could solve this whole thing by just breaking up with her.
Can you imagine?
What are you?
What world do you live
even
in?
Human?
Oh my god!
Like, I wonder, would they be happy if you made a content cop on her when she announced OnlyFans? I'm announcing today that I'm breaking up with my ex-girlfriend Anissa, who is selling her body.
New video in 1 hour. Content cop Anissa.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah, dude. There's a lot of pissed off, disenfranchised people on the internet.
Yeah, I do feel hopeful though, because I think it's just it's a lot of young people or a lot of people who are still finding themselves and figuring it out. I was making a lot of these content cops when I was basically 25 years old, and it's like, I mean, that feels pretty late in life, but at the age I'm at now, I'm like, yeah, I was sort of an immature kid, and a lot of the arguments really don't hold up over time, and they might even not be worth making in the first place. It's so I don't know. With time, all of this is gonna be pretty fucking irrelevant.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. I try to bear that in mind as we go through shit, especially on YouTube. You go through so much drama and like everything feels so has so much gravity, but I mean the shit that the people get upset about on the internet generally is just so irrelevant in the scope of even 5 years or even less, like 2 years, 1 year. You know what I mean?
Well, I want like generations past Zoomer and Millennial to start populating places like Twitter and stuff like that, because I feel like right now we just have a very homogenous group on the YouTube comment section on Twitter and everything else. So as soon as you start like populating that with this absolute fucking mass of people who honestly don't give a shit, I think you'd start hearing more well-rounded opinions.
I can't wait for that.
The Zoomers are like the younger generation, right? Why are they called Zoomers?
They zoom around. They fucking run around. They have the zoomies. Have you not seen like a dog getting real excited to go to the park?
Yeah. Oh, the zoomies, right. Isn't that, I thought that was tippy taps. Happy feet or some shit.
Yeah, so do you actually know what zoomer means?
No.
I thought it was just a younger generation, like boomer, zoomer.
Well, exactly. Well, it's Generation Z.
Oh, okay. I like the Zoomers.
Boomer, I think.
They seem like nicer. Like they're all they're like inclusive and sweet, and they like seems like they like each other more.
Yeah, absolutely. But they're also going to be the ones that fucking cancel you.
Right, that's true. Some of the Zoomers.
I mean, they're sweet, and it comes from a good place.
It comes from good intentions.
Doing what they think is the right thing, and in a lot of cases, it is like morally or whatever. But it's not using the I don't know if brevity is the right word, but like it's not using the context or the the wisdom. They're lacking a little bit of the wisdom.
You just got yourself canceled, dude.
Yeah.
You just got zoomed.
Fuck. I'm gonna get zoomed. I'm
You
gonna
got
be all over
zoomed over
TikTok. They're
Zoom.
gonna be saying that I'm. They wouldn't call me gay.
Zoom
they would
shaming.
say. What would they say? Insensitive.
You're just a simp.
Racist.
You are, yeah, they could definitely say all those things about you.
Yeah.
So, what else? I mean, you look great. You've been exercising. You look really good.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
COVID's been treating me well.
What kind of workouts you been doing?
Lifting a lot of weight.
Damn.
Wow.
I could probably deadlift the whole Klein family.
You think so?
Hell yeah.
I doubt
Currently
it, bro.
deadlifting like 225.
See, you're not. Yeah, you can't even lift me. The whole Klein family. Well, to be fair, I make up 90% of the weight.
All right. 90% of the Klein family.
Yeah, there you go.
So, is the mustache here to stay? Is it a gag?
Wow.
Is it a goof?
Funny
Why would you ask that? I think it looks good.
I don't know.
No. What do you? Yeah. What do you guys honestly think? Be honest.
I like
don't
it.
want to hear from everyone. I want
I
to
think
hear
it
from
suits
Zach,
you.
Ian, and Dan.
Sorry, I got this frog in my throat.
Frog?
Is that not what a frog sounds like?
I guess.
That's awesome.
I don't know.
I
in
like
the book,
that.
they
That
say
should be your new
ribbit.
gag. I got a frog in my throat.
I personally think that it suits you. Now, I'm not an advocate for a mustache for just anybody, but in the case of your face,
Yeah.
I think it suits you well.
I think generally I'm not a fan in general. Like in my first connotation of mustache is usually not good. But looking at you right now, you look good.
But you've had the mustache for a
So-
while, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's not a new thing.
No, I'm not too new, but it is controversial.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why. I think there's just been too many creepy dads with mustache.
Yeah, it's hard to make
It
comeback.
needs a comeback.
Okay, well, he's requested the opinions of the others, so go ahead, guys.
I think it looks good.
I've been choosing regrettable facial hair my whole life. There's like a weird appeal to it, but you only see it in your own head, and then everyone else, like I see myself as like Kratos when I have a beard. Then everyone else is like, "That's why do you have that?"
Kratos. I like your
That
beard.
is good.
Ian.
I think most dudes with beards kind of picture themselves as Kratos.
Really?
Wait, what is
I could never. He's the
It's
god
gotta
of
be
war.
full. It's got to be pretty full though.
Ultimate man. A
But I'm
warrior
pro
god.
mustache.
Oh,
I
that's
like
what
the
Dan is
mustache.
going for.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't see myself as
I agree with Ian. I think it's rockstar. I think it's badass, and I think you rock it.
Zach.
Thank you, Zach.
Wow. Yeah, Zach always has nice things to say. Zach's a zoomer. He always has nice. Is Zach a zoomer?
I am a zoomer, yes.
Oh, so zoomers are the best.
Yeah, zoomers are nice.
Wow.
Just don't
So
cross
there is
them.
hope.
Yeah, there is
We
hope.
should start doing the Olympics, but divide people up not by nations, but by like generations.
Yeah.
Yeah, the zoomers would be all nice, and the boomers would be like, you know, when you see the soccer fans and they're drunk and fighting and they're flying Confederate flags and shit.
And they won't be like team players too.
No. It's bad over there in Boomer Town.
Yeah.
Do you guys think we should? Dan, what do you think of it?
I think it looks good. I've noticed. I don't know if you're the trendsetter here, but it's becoming. I feel like mustaches are coming back.
Mhm.
I see a lot of people with them.
Yeah.
And just in the last, like, I would say 2 years, it seems there's a
Yeah.
big mustache comeback.
Mark
I think you're
Rubier.
right. I think it's a group think kind of thing.
No,
Everyone's
I think you
arriving
could
to
take
it at the
full
same
credit
time.
for
Right,
it.
Mark Rubier has one. Gus Johnson and Eddie.
Right.
Yeah.
Those two
Yeah.
guys are both rocking the stash these days. It's kind of
Great mustaches.
It's making a
Great
comeback.
mustaches.
Yeah.
You know what would make it look better is if you go back to the Beats headphone haircut with
Oh,
the
yeah.
mustache.
Ian, what happened with the Beats headphone haircut? That never. I was assuming that was some part of some project.
No, I just got the beats because I thought this would be a banger tweet.
Oh, dude, I was hoping that'd be in a video or something, man. I
It was
forgot
in a
about
video, but just sort of as an aside.
It was pretty
yeah.
good, man. Who did that?
Just some barber.
You just went and they were like, I'm up for that? Because when I generally just show up at barbers, they're not that good.
Yeah, I mean, I told him what I wanted, and it was super fucking awkward. Like he was like the new guy kind of thing, and like I think he thought his barber homies were like pranking him. Or whatever.
Barber pranks.
Because yeah, it was just me, and I showed him this picture of the Beats haircut, and I was just like, give me this, or whatever the meme saying is. And he did it. I think he used he pulled like the top of like a spray can or like a hairspray cap to make the headphone part. So he was like shaving around.
That's really good. That's
Yeah,
pro.
He pulled out all the stops.
Did he get a nice tip?
Yeah, he got a nice tip.
Good. I just want to make sure.
Big tip?
Big tip. Well, we actually have Dax Flame,
Which
Yes.
is really
which I'm ready to bring out.
exciting.
Is there
Dax
anything
Flame,
else you want to
aka
discuss?
Madison.
Is there anything else we need to discuss, Ian?
Yeah, one more thing. I'm raising chickens. I got a family of 3 chickens. They're beautiful. They got nice shiny coats. They're losing a little bit of feathers around their necks. I'm not sure what that's due to. I think it might be mites. So I got some poultry dust. That's apparently really good for warding off mites and other things. And they're great. They're shitting out like 5 or 6 eggs a day, or at least feels that
Really?
way. It's a lot.
Wait, 5 or 6
that's where I'm getting
per
most
or
of my
between
protein.
them?
Between them.
Okay, that's a lot of eggs. My goodness.
Yeah, I can't keep up with them. So I'm trying, if anyone's got suggestions for what I can do with these eggs, I can send you guys eggs. I don't know how they're going to hold up in the mail.
You can make a quiche.
Yeah, we've been making quiche a lot. I love the quiche. It's really good. You know what I've been doing?
Quiche.
Take like broccoli or spinach, cook it down with some oil, and then you take like 8 eggs, put it in a what do you call that dish? It's like a baking dish, really. It's just like a glass
Right.
souffle dish. I don't know.
No.
What?
Souffle?
Why are you so offended by that?
It might be
No,
souffle.
what are you, stupid?
Quiche is kind of
What
like
are
a
you,
souffle.
stupid, Ethan? Where'd you come up with souffle?
In Israel, souffle is a dessert.
Yeah.
But in
like-
America,
Oh,
it's not.
Oh.
Yeah.
What? I thought souffle was a dessert.
Yeah.
I still think of it as a dessert, but I see
I
how
think it's a
quiche and
souffle dish.
are similar.
Google souffle dish. Here, after I offended you so much, let's
Is
take
it, is it a Pyrex? Is that the
Yes,
name for it?
Pyrex.
Well, isn't Pyrex just the glassware?
Right.
Yes.
It could be any
thank you.
glassware.
Correct.
Souffle dish. Let's see what comes up. Hang on. Okay.
Just
yeah.
what I thought would come
it's
up.
exactly what you thought.
Okay.
So
English is my first
So-
language.
stop. Fine.
I know, Hila doesn't make any mistakes.
I mean, God. Well, what's it
you're
called
over here
then?
calling
I do think
alloy.
it's a Pyrex.
Okay, wait, hold on. While we're criticizing, saying, "Oh, Ethan is my first
Wait.
language," what do you call that dessert in Hebrew?
Souffle.
Okay, so there you go. You see, so like we're on the same footing.
Ethan, what if you did like a bit on the show where it was like not like a spelling bee, but like a pronouncing bee, or like a
That's kind of funny.
something where you maybe compete against like a fan or something like that. You bring people in,
So-
test your knowledge on words.
So like
I like that.
the guys would prepare
Yeah.
like a kind of
Some difficult
pronunciation
words, yeah.
Yeah.
and definition. I mean,
yeah.
I feel like I think you guys think I would
That
do
would be
bad, but I
funny,
think I
like,
would do better than you think.
I think it's funny.
It is funny.
Or we could
Because-
try and spell the words the way Ethan thinks the words are meant to be
Yes.
pronounced.
I think you just have a talent of mixing it up. You're actually
Yeah.
really smart. It has,
Okay, now I'm really smart.
You are. It's not related.
Well, I am mildly dyslexic,
So
but
it's kind of funny.
I can't
It's
blame it
super
all on that.
funny.
It really is funny, especially when you make it the point. It's the whole point of the show to do it. It's because it's distracting when you just sort of casually say, "Yeah, it's got alloy in it," and I'm sitting
Yeah, the
here like,
alloy,
"What kind
right.
of metal is
Alloy.
there inside this?"
But I think that I'm down. I mean, it sounds great to me.
We should do it.
Okay, you want to be the first contestant?
Yeah,
We'll have to call it.
I'll be the Nick Cannon. I'll judge it or host it.
You want to be like Nick Cannon?
Yeah. Oh wait, no, Nick Cannon's
Yeah, he's
canceled.
out.
It can't
Yeah,
be Nick
you
Cannon.
don't want to be like Nick Cannon.
Wow,
It's like
it can't be Nick Cannon.
we shot Nick Cannon out of a cannon. We said ta-ta. No, what were we talking about? Take the eggs, crack them in a dish,
yeah.
a bake-safe dish, whatever you want to call it, and get a shitload of cheese. I mean, like a fucking, like way more than you think that you would need, and then double it. And then you take the broccoli and the spinach cooked, you put it in the egg, and with the cheese, you bake it at 350 until the top is like a little crispy. And I'm telling you, dude, that shit is fire. You don't, that's it.
It's the
just
best.
3 simple ingredients. So there you go. That's my suggestion.
Okay, I might do that. The cheese thing sounds a bit dangerous.
You have to do.
Are you lactose intolerant?
No, but just like that quantity of cheese just seems not like not good. I'm trying to cut and trying to bulk up.
Well, it's a shitload of protein, bro.
Oh
and
yeah,
veggies. I mean,
it would
think
be
it's pretty good.
protein. True.
Yeah.
You can do a little bit of cheese.
No, it needs cheese. I'm just telling you, it needs.
All right, I'll douse in cheese. Fine.
No, it needs a lot of cheese. Otherwise, it's just like a ton of egg and vegetables, and it's just like, what am I doing here? It needs the cheese. Right?
Awesome.
All right, enough of that.
But yeah, just want to talk about the chickens. That's it.
So, okay, you're just wondering what to do with the eggs.
Yeah. Well, we're cleared up. I think I got it all off my chest.
What do you feed
guys now
the
know.
chickens? How much maintenance do chickens require?
Oh, not too much. I like letting them out of their coop once every